Hello and welcome to the Cat Collective. I'm Nina, I'm the channel for this channel, and let's start. Play! No. Distraction. Illusion. Nature. It's interesting. Very interesting, eh? Interesting. Am I repeating myself? Ooh, look at that. Huh? Most stable structure. Oh, something ancient. Ancient cave drawing, right? Oh, tooth again. Oh, the silver mess. Oh, so I'm just noticing because this. Okay, so you know, are you in a mess? Well, the silver mess. Look, the silver mess is something special because the silver mess is silver, right? And this means when you look closer, when you are in a mess, you find something in there. It's you find something in the mess, you know, and it really looks like ancient things, ancient, you know, because this, you know, it's the everything, the ever overlooking eye, right? The spiral, it's also overlooking and looking within in a way, right? So that's why it's overlooking everything, because it looks inside and it looks outside and it looks from above and also from the ground and even from in the ground, like it's everywhere. And it could be that by looking closer into the mess, because look, if you are in a mess and you don't see the order in the chaos, right? You just have to look for something, you know. It doesn't mean that it has to be 100% organized, right? And whenever I think about ancient things, I also think about missing things, because when you know, whenever you see those pyramids or whatnot or cave drawings, you know, time has made them, something has disappeared during time, right? Within time. So there's something missing. It's not a complete picture, right? It's not, because there's something, you know, that was lost in a way. Also with this magnifying glass. But this can also be a mirror. And here's the mirror again. So when I see this mirror and all the cards, you know, it's this maybe missing the play. Maybe you're missing the play. Could be that illusion. It's powerful. Well, you know, if you look into the mirror and what stares back at you, it doesn't have to be a mirror. It's just a mirroring reality, let's say it like that. And something is reflected back at you that appears a bit messy or not clear, elusive. Yeah, elusive. Yeah, right. Says you would expect that the mirror image shows you 100%, you know, that what you see in the mirror is actually accurate, but it's not really. If you look at those I wanted to say digested dandelions, but that's not the truth. Digested. Well, digested means it's at the end of a process, right? So, well, if you look at them, developed. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. So they're ready. You know, if you just blow a bit, then all the seeds, like, they fly. They fly. It's crazy, right? And did you notice the key there? What's the key doing there? There's a key in the mess. Wow. And maybe you think that your mess or something like that is a distraction, when in effect it brings you a key. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It's almost like there's a dog in the picture, and the dog isn't supposed to be there. That's what I think. It's just based on a traumatizing experience I had with a dog, which was more or less a distraction than anything else. But look, I tell you. So I'm a cat person at heart. You know, I always said to myself that I am a cat person, and I do like dogs, and I actually do like dogs, but I don't understand them, right? And then my neighbor went to holidays, and I offered her to take care of her dog for 2 weeks, which she accepted. Little did I know that this would be a very stressful experience for me, because dogs, compared to cats, are so needy. They want you to be around all the time, right? They really want you to entertain them. And I'm like, yeah, go play with, like, to entertain yourself. Like, it's almost like, you know, for me it was like trying to give them a board game and be like, here, play. But the dog's like, entertain me, do something. And I was just overwhelmed. And by the end of the experience, I was certain that what I told myself was the truth, and that this was somehow not necessary. But something happened, and I think that's something I need to tell you right now, right? Because that's a part of this message, I think. During this time, you know, when I had this dog, my neighbor's cat came into my house through an open window, right? And this cat, I was eyeballing this cat for a long time, because it's a weirdness thing about me, that whenever I leave windows or doors open, cats come to me. It's always happening. So yeah, it happened again. And I don't feed them, you know, it's just they come to me. That's my connection. But because I had this dog, I had to the cat away, because the dog was downstairs. And if the dog would have witnessed that there was a cat in the house, well, right? So this is like, but you know, now I'm telling you this story, and I think that this is a distraction, but for you, it is a message. Because if I wouldn't have had this dog, if I would have trusted my own knowing about myself, that this actually wouldn't probably be the most enjoyable experience for me, right? Then this cat could have come into my house at that night. It was during the night, right? And I could have had a nice experience with the cat. But because I didn't trust myself in this moment, and my feelings and everything, right? Because I didn't trust myself, because I thought, well, I just try it, right? And you know, you want to be nice, and you know, and I really, really, really like this dog. It's not like that. It's just just not for 2 weeks, right? Yeah. So this experience then taught me this, like, that I can actually trust myself. And that's why I was, even though this is something I just tell you, right? And it feels like a distraction. It's not. It's part of this message. It's a part of this mess. Because if you look closer, you get a message for yourself. You know, there were some other messages that I got from during this time that were meant for me, right? And just without this experience, I wouldn't have gotten it. Yeah. And play. Yeah, play is this, it could be that you are also, that you got a little bit too serious. And of course, yeah, you know, play is always nice, right? It's this, you like to play until someone gets hurt, right? And that's the thing what you don't want to play with, right? Maybe you have been in a situation where you were some sort of mirror situation. So I don't know what this mirror means for you, right? I'll just say that there's a game that has to do with the mirror that has hurt you, and therefore you got a little bit more too serious, right? Because it seems to me that this game got a little bit too far. It took a bit too much of you. With the rain, you know, with this rain, it's like the feelings, right? Because this crow doesn't really look anymore like it's playing for me. You know, this doesn't really, if you really look closely at this scene, it doesn't really look like fun anymore. It looks more like an argument. Look at this. Like they're arguing, this is running away. So, you know, when a game like this, you know, also the reflection of the water is also a game, right? Like it's not a game, it's a mirror, right? But when the rain hits it, the mirror gets distorted, then you cannot see yourself anymore. You just see or feel the vibrations of the water hitting the surface of the water, right? Do you know what I mean? And in a way, it's also quite surreal, because what are those lights doing there? Like they don't belong. Like where are they? Where are they hung up at? Like I don't know. And again, the seriousness. Does it matter? Like does this matter, or is it just nice? Right? So I don't know. You tell me. Again, distraction. Now I'm noticing that this crow is actually stealing this dog's food, and they are working in teamwork. That's interesting, isn't it? It's almost like outsmarting people. For me, those are all, you know, even though they are different species in this image, it seems to me that you need to distract to get something. It's interesting. Is it cheeky or is it okay? Is this a fair game? That's the question. A game again, play. It seems to me that there's a game going on, but is it a fair game? Is it fair? Is it? Because, like, yeah, of course, you know, if you look at the dog is being fooled, right? Because the dog is being distracted, and then the other crow can grab some of his food. But if you look at the situation that this crow won't be able to get all of his food. Excuse me. That's a part of your message, okay? Well. It's so a part of your message, okay? Wait. Oh well. But if you see that the crow no, I'm getting all funny. So if you see that the crow cannot by any means eat all the dog food that is in the bowl, even both of them couldn't eat his food all the way. And he's entertained, right? He gets what he wants. Everybody gets what they want in the end. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, because look, the dog wants entertainment. That's what I said, right? What I suffered from was not being able to entertain this creature. It was just like, play with yourself, please. But now, like, yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. So I don't know. Like, in a way, it makes sense for this message, but does it make sense for you? I feel like I'm talking ancient cryptic bullshit. Yeah. Play. Illusion. Illusion. There's a key. And the key, look, for me, the illusion in this case is the mirror. But the key is in front of the mirror, right? Oh no, what is this? Do you see this ape face there or something? Like, what is going on in this card? And are those fingers, or this is a tree, something? But it's getting strange. Yeah. It's part of the game, the strangeness, isn't it? Okay, yeah, so yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna pull a card if you find a word it's for you. Concentrate. It's this play. It's this. Yeah. Wait for it. Play delay. Yeah. Play delay. Yeah. Okay. Secrets. Fear. Accomplishment. Feel open, willing, and proud of your desire to explore new opportunities for self-development. It's almost like signing up for a course. No. Yeah. Oh, look at this peacock. Beautiful creature, isn't it? So beautiful because this is a reflection again. You know the colors of those flowers? They are the reflection of those. Oh, now I'm getting a question. It's a question for you, okay, if you can answer it. No, that's my play, my distraction, my question. So, you know, there are articles online where you can buy peacock feathery things. I'm guilty of that. Back in the days, I bought a peacock feather hair clip from a real peacock feather. But a real peacock feather was once attached to a peacock. Now is my question, are there peacock farms where they harvest the feathers like in a cruel way, like every other harvesting farm where they just harvest the you know, where they just use the peacock to harvest things? Or are they naturally collected? Right? So someone takes a walk in the peacock forest and where the peacocks throw their feathers into somewhere during play. Right? That's the question now. So if you know the answer, tell me. Yeah. Okay, another one. Time. Time can be seen to be both linear and spiral. Circle back to explore concepts from the past and create the future. It's just funny because I think this whole tarot channel is based on this tarot in general, right? It's like I'm the speaker who speaks to you about from the filter that of my existence, right? I speak to you and therefore something is being created, but it also creates the future, right? And I think this reading is much more playful and goes many other directions that I actually did not plan at all, right? So today I just thought, well, I'm in a good mood. Let's sit down and let's just do this and see what happens, right? And I'm not sure if it's helpful for you. That would be interesting for me. Maybe there is something valuable for you in this. Well, new start. Sometimes we must realize that what we have done needs to be discarded and we must make a new start. 66. Yeah, of course. Like, but sometimes, now I'm arguing with the card. But sometimes you also must realize that what you've done doesn't need to be discarded and you can just go on doing what you like to do and build on top of it because it provides you with some sort of happiness, and if it does, then do so. It's play, right? And you don't need to, like, yes. Yeah, now this is me, like, arguing with the card, saying, no, I'm not gonna give that away. It's mine. My play. I can do whatever I want with it. This is childish being. Is like, I'm gonna play with this now. This is also an angel, right? Now I'm reminded of a music video. I forgot the... Oh, okay. The music video of Heart-Shaped Box by Nirvana. I'm reminded because of the black feathers and the obesity of an angel figure that is depicted in this video. Why am I reminded of this? Because of the mirror? Oh yeah, because of the mirror. Yeah, because if you look at this as a mirror, right? So if you look at random videos as a mirror, for example, right? And they creep you out with this dark thing, with the dark feathers, right? Because one would assume that a beautiful angel would have just white feathers, right? But even the crows, I think they are so beautiful, like the most beautiful creatures, but we just misunderstand them because of history, because of something ancient, something way back, it's this inheritance of, crows are, I don't know, creepy, just and now I'm like, in this video from Nirvana, weren't there also crows in it? Yeah, because they are always associated with death or something undesirable, right, in a way. But what is desirable actually? Right? It's a judgment. It is. So, that's interesting. Okay, so it just wants to point out to the angel and to play. Time. And the forest, the peacock forest. That's a lovely place, isn't it? Or imagine a forest full of peacock trees. But trees also have consciousness, right? So even though we might think that trees, when we would harvest the peacock feathers, maybe from some trees, that this would be less impactful. But imagine we would harvest every tree off the surface of Earth. Well, then we would have created a pretty... Well, there's this judgment is like, yeah, well, then it's a bit of a intense scenario that we created with this, right? Because then, well, it's not very healthy for us, I think. I don't want to think about that. Is it this denial? Yeah, anyways. Let's just imagine a beautiful peacock feather forest type of where there are peacock feather flowers and moss that shines and glitters like peacock. Oh, it's so beautiful. No, let's live there. Yeah, but it's that. So I don't know if I put some sort of value, or is this useful for you? Like what I'm telling you here. Is it a bit too psychedelic? I don't know. So I'm gonna pull some Moonology cards because they have usually guidance. So I don't know. I think there's some value in this blah blah for you somewhere, right? Yeah. Communication is key. Yeah, that's a valuable thing, right? Yeah, because that's for me when I'm asking about the peacock feather forest, or if peacocks are actually being bred and used for peacock products. That's the issue, you know, with the illusion. If you don't communicate directly, right? Then of course there are two versions of things. And it's wherever you focus on, right? You know? It's this, if you think that something is like that, but it's not actually the truth, and you don't speak directly, then of course there are misunderstandings happening. Right? Yeah, with this, yeah, right? And then it depends on your own filter, whether it's dark or light. And expect powerful change. So that's good, right? Yeah, look. It's this, where are you looking at? Are you looking at what is actually in the way to perceive the light? Or are you looking at that the light is there already shining? And that you just need to flick the moon away. Pew. Now I'm noticing this could be a double message, and it was not my intention. Yeah, but that's the thing about communication. Direct communication, clear. Everything else is play, and play can go wrong. It's this again. If you don't communicate directly, play, misunderstandings happen and arguments occur, right? And then it gets weird because look at all the light. Like, where's just again? It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, and then the dandelion seeds that are flying around, where do they land? Where do they land? They land everywhere. That's a mess, isn't it? But there's something for you in this mess. Just look. Okay. Okay, I pulled this card, those cards, and now this. Okay. Oh yeah, the truth is something that you take for granted until it's lost. So look at what you have lost in the mess. Just look at it. Okay? Does this help? I don't know. It was fun, okay? I liked it. I liked the reading. So that's that. That's the message for today. I hope it was, again, helpful. Let's see who this reading is for. Cancer. Okay. Yeah, additional info is in the litter box below, and see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.